are a donkey.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
Donkey of the Day does not discriminate.
I might not have the song of the day, but I got the donkey of the day.
So if you ever feel I need to be a donkey, man, hit me with the hee-haw.
Yes, the Breakfast Club, bitches.
Who's donkey of the day today?
Yes, Donkey of the Day for Monday, February 13th goes to the Devil Damn Grammy Voting Committee. You know I don't give a damn about no Grammy Awards. I tell artists all the time, go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated, because it seems like award shows like the Grammys just don't always get it right. Now, I'm only talking about one specific moment from last night, and that moment came during the Best Album of the Year category, where Beyonce and Adele were nominated. Now, Adele won Song of the Year and Record of the Year for Hello over Formation. I personally wasn't mad at that because Hello was a better song than Formation to me. And y'all know, I'm a Pinkett Smith Winfrey Knows Carter, so if I can admit Hello was better than Formation, then Hello was better than Formation. But we're not just talking about individual records, singles. Okay, I just knew that Beyonce was going to win Album of the Year because when it came to 25, Adele's album, and Lemonade, Beyonce's album, as complete bodies of work, wasn't even close. Okay, not to mention Adele opened up the Grammys, and we know Adele is an amazing vocalist. She's very talented. She makes great music. But on that stage, she is unseasoned chicken. Just a big piece of baked chicken with no seasoning on it, okay? Boring. The Tim Duncan, the vocalist. All right. Meanwhile, Beyonce performed at the Grammys last night, and it's crazy how people think she was using special effects and not her own superpowers. When she was leaning back in that chair, that was telekinesis. Okay, all that stuff you saw you thought was holograms, nope, Beyonce is a telepath, like Professor Xavier, and was simply controlling our minds. Don't you ever in your life disrespect Beyonce's superpowers by calling them special effects, okay? Now, I stayed up until well past 11 on a work night to watch Beyonce win Album of the Year, and all I got to see was Beyonce get robbed, okay? And the very talented, yet boring performer Adele walked away with Album of the Year for 25. Now, I don't knock anyone's blessings, especially when it comes to matter of opinion, because that's all the Grammy committee is, a bunch of people casting their opinions. But in this case, they absolutely positively got it wrong. And the Grammy committee should all feel foolish this morning because even Adele acknowledged during her acceptance speech and the press conference after the awards that she should not have won Album of the Year. Let's listen to her acceptance speech.
My artist of my life is Beyonce, and this album for me, the Lemonade album, was just so monumental, Beyonce. It was so monumental and so beautiful and soul-bearing, and we all got to see another side to you that you don't always let us see, and we appreciate that, and all us artists here adore you. You are our light. And the way that you make me and my friends feel, the way you make my black friends feel is empowering, and you make them stand up for themselves. And I love you. I always have, and I always will.
That's how you keep the beehive off your ass. Drop one of the clues bombs for Adele. She pulled an Eminem in 8 Mile. That's how you keep the beehive off your ass. I respect Adele's honesty, but I do feel like Adele missed a moment to use her privilege to combat prejudice. We understand Beyonce's music makes your black friends want to stand up for themselves, but I feel like Adele could have said Beyonce's music, Beyonce's messaging makes me want to stand up for my black friends and other black people experiencing racial injustice in America. That's the kind of messaging I would have liked to hear Adele deliver, but we'll discuss that in a second. Let's listen to Adele in the post-press conference, continuing to make the Grammy voter committee look clueless.
The reason I felt the need to say something was my album of the year is Lemonade. She is my icon of my whole life. So I felt the need to do it. Also, I feel like it was her time to win. My view is kind of what the does she have to do to win Album of the Year? That's also how I feel.
Great question. What more does Beyonce have to do to win Album of the Year at the Grammys?
Right.
On this album, she exposed her man's infidelity, stood up for the injustices that black people have been facing, gave you a video for every song on the album, debuted it as a special on HBO, empowered women, and had the majority of the country getting information? All Beyonce's chicken was seasoned to perfection. Adele, 25, on the other hand, not so much. But this isn't a knock to Adele. She's great, except for her stage show. But this is one of those times when the Grammys absolutely, positively got it wrong, and everybody knows it, including Adele herself. When an artist of Adele's caliber breaks her Grammy for Album of the Year in half to give the other half to Beyonce, that's when you know somebody got it wrong. Don't cry for Beyonce, though. When I hear stories like this, I think of a quote: the only permission, the only validation, and the only opinion that matters in our quest for greatness is our own. And if anybody knows that, it's Blues Mama. Beyonce knows Carter. Please give the Grammy committee the biggest hee-haw. Oh, matter of fact, give them some of the sweet sounds and the hammer tones, some vocals.
You are the donkey of the day.
You are the donkey of the day. Hee-haw.
All right. Thank you for that donkey today.
The Breakfast Club.